I'm Fernandez, joined by high school sports writer David Furones. We're at Southridge High, and this is another edition of the Miami Herald's High School Football Gridiron Report. All right, David, well, welcome to the show. First off, you're filling in for Manny Navarro this week. David, you've covered high school football for us for some time now, also covered University of Miami. Tell us your impression just of Southridge High. They're coming off a big win over South Dade that's put them right square in the playoff picture in District 16-8A.
Yeah, Southridge, a tremendous running game in that contest to complement the defense. Sean Chandler, dual threat quarterback, was really effective. Now, South Dade may be on the outside looking in District 16-8A, the defending Class 8A state champs. Now they're going to be all in for that Killian game. Coach Nate Hudson will have his guys ready.
Basically a must-win now for the Bucks against Killian. If not, we may be looking at the Ridge making a return to the playoffs. All right, let's go north now to the big Northland-Northwestern showdown. It was stopped because of rain on Thursday night. Picked it up on Monday afternoon. How ironic, though. Northwestern beats Ely a couple weeks ago on a fake field goal. This time a botched extra point ends up leading to it, but we got to give it up for Norland's defense, don't we?
Right, yeah. Last week Northwestern was the one rushing the field after the fake field goal. This time Norland was the one rushing the field on them, the reversal of fortunes. Now Norland 2-0 in the district, 16-6A. Solid chance to get that second spot in that district, assuming Central wins out its remaining games as it should. Then Norland, they just have to get past Carroll City and they'll get that spot.
Yeah, basically Northwestern reluctantly big Carroll City fans now when they play Norland. But exactly. We go to Broward County now, and let's talk a little bit about Monarch. They don't stop scoring. I mean, you thought when Calvin Ridley and Sean Burgess-Becker were out, but they got another kid, Alex Davis, that showed up that day, 5 touchdowns. Talk a little bit about him. I mean, 70 points on Coral Springs is impressive.
Yeah, Pooh Davis, I think he just scored again.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 touchdowns, 4 of them receiving, another one on a pick 6. He had 300 receiving yards. Now, Monarch, are they a player in Class 8A? They could be.
Last week, me and Manny gave out some hardware midseason awards. We ran out of time. I think Monarch is a team that could be dangerous come playoff time. Absolutely. That could be the sleeper team. Going to another game, back to Dade County. North Miami just barely survives NMB with a big win they needed to have to be able to get back into that hunt for another district title. The Pioneers doing it again. Yeah,
I do like the way the Pioneers bounced back after an embarrassing loss in the first week against American. But yeah, Hilton Joseph scores a touchdown. They barely get past North Miami Beach. Now they're atop that district. And we'll see how they play going forward. It looks like they've bounced back since that week 1 loss.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one a cross-county matchup next. I mean, we know Jackson's gotten better, but American Heritage still showed they're on another level. I mean, those guys still in line to win 5A again, possibly?
Oh, well, possibly. Torrance Gibson, 5 touchdowns. That small district, 3 teams. American Heritage has 1 down, 1 to go. The other one would be Cardinal Gibbons. So we'll see how it plays out there.
Yeah, tough slate for Jackson so far, but not all is lost. If they can find a way to beat Gibbons down the stretch, they can get back into the playoffs. All right, another team, which I call this potentially surprise team to get into the postseason. They're not there yet, but they got a little bit closer, was Ronald Reagan. 5-0 now, beat Crop. They got a big one coming with NMB in a few weeks to talk about the Bison.
Coach John Lopez's squad, I remember the days when it was just a laugh for every time they would play. They moved up the ranks as an independent. They started gaining respect. Now they're 5-0 right now, and they could be a player in that district. They have a big game against NMB that could really bode well for their playoff outlook if they get a win.
Let me tell you something. The Bison are over there checking the list. They have not forgotten one bit who beat them 70-0 back in the day. And then a couple of quick ones to go over too. Westminster Christian, that's another tiny district with just them and Chaminade. It was close a little bit at the beginning, but then, what can you say? Jordan Cronkite with a huge game, 252 yards, and the Warriors are district champs again.
Him, of course, Tim Irvin, Elbert Gator, they've established themselves there in that district. Small district, just 2 teams, so the only district that has a district championship game mid-season. Chaminade, they're still in the playoffs. they still make it just by default. They actually clinched that when the district realignment was done.
They clinched that 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. Another crucial playoff potential game was Gulliver and Edison, and let's talk a little bit about the Raiders. They needed to turn it around quickly. I mean, they started really ugly, but they get a good, hard-fought win. Again, another one that was split over 2 days because of the weather.
After a bad loss against Westminster Christian, Gulliver bounces back nicely. So they're in prime position to get that second spot.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with our picks.